What's up? So these 5 things are completely robbing most people from their gym gains. I wish I would have learned this myself a very long time ago, would have saved me a lot of trouble. If you want to be able to pack on way more muscle and not really, mess up a lot of training time for no reason, then this video will save you a lot of time. First up, we have to talk about nutrition, and there's 2 points I want to talk about. Firstly, we have to optimize our health. So eating this like rice, chicken, broccoli diet like most bodybuilders do that works if you're juiced up doesn't really work for natural trainees, although this can be a portion of it. We want to be optimizing our health from a holistic standpoint. This means getting enough sleep, avoiding bad stuff like processed food, like drugs, like alcohol, and stay clean as much as possible. We want to be eating holistic, like whole organic foods, and preferably lots of organ meat, red meat, eggs, some lean meats, things of this nature. That is really what's going to maximize your ability to grow muscle. The next thing is tracking your macros. So you want to understand how many calories you're getting, how much protein that you're getting, and the protein has to be at around 2 grams per kilo. Calories just have to be slightly above baseline if you want to pack on muscle. You can still, especially as a newbie, lose weight and pack on muscle. You just have to make sure that your protein is in check in that sense. This depends on what your goals are. If you want to lose weight, you obviously want to be in a calorie deficit. And if you want to gain weight, you want to be in a calorie surplus. Either way, what is important is you want to track your weight the entire week, every single morning when you are, after going to the bathroom, ideally. And then you want to take this average and you want to compare it to next week's average, doing the exact same thing. Then you have a very clear idea of, okay, this is how much weight I lost from this week to this week or gained. And you can, from there, adjust your calories as needed. Next up, in terms of training, one big mistake I see is that people train the same body part once in a week and then they wait until next week. Something like a push-pull leg split with 3 days and taking a week rest, or, isolating specific body parts. You want to be training each body part at least twice a week and preferably even more. There's a study that shows that people who were training, advanced trainees that were training 5 times per week, saw greater gains than the ones who were doing 2 times per week with the same amount of total volume. So frequency matters a lot. The next thing is exercise selection. So a lot of people will stick to the same movements year round, and your body adapts very fast. So we want to be making some type of variation ongoing every 8 to 12 weeks. This doesn't mean that you have to completely cut out a specific exercise, but what you can do, for example, is you'll do 8 weeks of regular bench pressing, and then you'll do 8 weeks of a tempo slow bench press, and then you'll do 8 weeks of a dumbbell bench press, and then you'll do 8 weeks of an incline bench press, where you consistently switch up the exercise while still being able to hit kind of the same plane of motion, but doing it with a very different stimulus. The last thing is periodization. So we want to be doing a training plan in the way where we consistently slightly exceed ourselves and take a step back and exceed ourselves and take a step back and exceed ourselves, and consistently make the bottom a little bit higher, make the top a little bit higher. You have to understand that most people, they'll do the same training plan and just add weight, then they hit the limit of their weight and then they stick at the same weight, or they take a step back again and have to rebuild again. We want to be playing around with preferably, some type of intensity, some type of total sets, some type of rep scheme that allows us to continuously add weight while still getting a lot of volume in. If you want to get a clear idea of what that type of periodization would look like, shoot me a message on Instagram and I'll send you a free 4-week sample training block so you get an idea. If you want to completely dial in your health and your nutrition and your training to make the best gains possible, look the best way, perform at your best, then shoot me a message. And outside of that, I hope this is helpful and I wish you a good day.